Why was the Beis Hamikdash chudav? Why was the second Beis Hamikdash chudav? The Gemara goes through. Mishkan Shiloi was chudav because of this Avaida. The first Beis Hamikdash Gelei Shvichas Domim. But the Gemara says that in the Mikdash Shiny there were oisik and Torah and mitzvahs and Gemelos Chasudim. Why was it chudav? And the Gemara answers because there was sinas chinam. To teach you that sinas chinam is taking the three Avaidas Gelei Shvichas Domim and Avodah Zura. Sinas chinam is like all three Avaidas. So, what does sinas chinam mean? What does it mean, sinas chinam? So, the Mefarshim and the Gemara explain that we're talking about somebody that hates somebody without a halachic heter. If someone does something that's bad, if someone is doing bad things, if someone is doing znis, if someone's doing avodah zuri, you're supposed to hate him so that you shouldn't have a shaychus with him. But if someone is not doing something bad and you hate him, that is called sinas chinam. That's the way Rashi explains. Okay, there are other mafarshim. The main thing is that Reb Cheskel Kashmir says that just like the Beis Hamikdash was chudav because of sinas chinam, is going to be rebuilt because of ahavas chinam. The Rechaim Kudish and Kedoshim also says that when it says lo sisnu es uchichu bilvovechu, why does it say lo sisnu es uchichu bilvovechu? Why doesn't it say lo sisnu a yid? Why does it say uchichu? Why does it say brother? Why, when it uses hate, when the Torah is talking about hate, we're talking about hating brothers? Why are we talking about hating brothers? So the Chaim Kodesh explains that by hate, it's not just if you hate somebody that you want him to, die or whatever. The hating is even a little bit richik. Even a little hate is also called hate. That's why when the Torah talks about hate, the Torah is talking about uchichu. Okay. That's just Akdoma. I just wanted to say why we're talking about it. We're in the 3 weeks. We're talking about that the Beis Hamikdash was chudav because of sinas chinam. But the real question is, what is sinas chinam? Sinas chinam means hate, baseless hate. How could you hate without a reason? Like, it's a pair that doesn't make any sense. How could you hate without a reason? If you hate, that means you have a reason to hate. How could you hate without? What does sinas chinam mean? What does it all mean? Right? So I hope at the end of this year we'll have a very good understanding of what sinas chinam is. So I'm going to start. I'm going to go through the sections. We're going to do 4 sections. In the first section, I invite everybody to write down a trigger that caused you hate, that caused you to hate somebody. And not sinas chinam, sinna, that caused sinna. I'm going to tell you my example that I'm using. Only because, to make it simple, to make it universal, but anything that caused you hate is good to write. There's an important reason to write. If you just think it or you just say it, it's not the same as you're actually writing it on a paper. For this exercise, I invite everybody to write down on the paper a trigger. I'm going to use one example. It's not a true example, but I'm going to use it. And we're going to go through it and you'll understand what I mean. If my wife told me that I left a mess, and I don't care about what's important to her, when she tells me that, it makes me have sinna. If someone criticizes me, that causes me to have sinna. Write down, we're going to work with any trigger, it doesn't matter which one you have, but write down something that caused you sinna. Now, it's very important when you write it, that you write who, where, when, and who witnessed it, so that you can go into the moment of what it is. No, you're writing it down for yourself. No, it's you don't have to share it.
Haven't you said it yet?
Yeah. Okay. So that's example. That's number 1. Okay. So I'm using for my example. I'm just going to work with my example just so that we understand. So I'm going with an example.
Are we going to discuss these openly? No.
If you want to share yours, you're welcome to share. I can include yours, but not important. The important part is that in number 1, you want to write down what caused you sinna. Okay, so I'm going to write down. My wife told me that I left a mess or I forgot what was important to her. And that caused me a little richik of heart. It caused me a little bit sinna. That caused me a little sinna. That's number one. I'm going to give you a minute to write it down. It's important to write down, again, who caused you sinner, where, when, and who saw, because that gets you.
He said he's running out of room.
Okay.
You don't have to write 10 kids.
No, one. We're going to work with one,
One
and we're going to take it apart. We're going to try to take it apart, and we're going to try to work with that sinner to turn that around.
something that scarred you.
That scarred me.
Scarred.
That scarred me. Something that hurt deep. Something that really hurt. Something that got under your skin. Something not just anything. Okay. Okay. That's box number one. I'll give you a minute. Okay. For box number two, we're going to go a little bit deeper and understand why it hurt and what is the hurt. And let me explain what I mean. Give me a few minutes to explain it. It's an idea that you'll understand as I go along. I'm going with my example, you all go with your example. When my wife told me that I don't care about her, what did I make that mean about me? In other words, if someone tells someone, you didn't do this or you did that, right? It wouldn't bother us. If my wife would tell me, why'd you gain 600 pounds in the last week? It wouldn't bother me. Why does it bother me when she tells me that I don't care about her enough? Why did that get under my skin? The reason is because I made it mean something about me. In other words, I made it mean that I am not good enough. I am not caring enough. I made it mean something about me. Now, I know deep down in my heart that I can care a little bit more and I don't care so much. So when I hear from her that I didn't care, she is confirming a belief that I really had. Because if I don't believe that about myself, if she tells it to me, it won't make a difference. If I know something about myself and she tells me otherwise, it won't hurt. You know when it hurts? When I know the truth that I've got some of that, right? And she is cahooting with what I really mean about myself. So when she tells me that I don't care about her enough, the reason that it hurts me is because I believe that maybe I don't care enough about her. And when she tells it to me, she's confirming what I know about myself. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, what am I actually making it mean? When she tells me that I don't care about her enough, that means that I am selfish, insecure, bad, not good enough, right? All that. Who's telling me that? I am telling me that. She's not telling me that I'm bad. She's not telling me that I'm not good enough. She's telling me that she feels that I didn't care about her. I don't care about what's important to her. I made that mean that I am not good enough. I made that mean that I am bad. And she's confirming a belief that I have deep down under, and that's why it hurts. Make sense?
Yes.
So in box number 2, I want us to write, what are we making it mean when we get angry because someone told us something, or because something happened, or because someone did something? What are we telling ourselves, and what are we making it mean about ourselves? What am I making it mean about me? So in my example, I'm going to write in box number 2, I don't care enough. I am not good enough. I am bad. Make sense?
Not again, I guess.
Okay. So when you get angry, when someone makes you angry, why are you getting angry? What did they do to get you angry? They told you something. Now, when they told you something, you made it mean something about yourself. If you want to give me your example, I can help you, but I'm just going with a generic example. The reason that you're getting angry is not what that person said. The reason you're getting angry is because that person is agreeing with what you are telling yourself about yourself.
If you see it, as if you see what they're saying. If you don't see what they're saying, then it's hard to be macabre with.
You want to know what is the cause? What is the cause?
Why are you getting angry?
To feel there's a truth to what they're saying.
Exactly. Right. There has to be a truth to what they're saying.
There was zero truth.
If it's zero truth and you don't believe it, you wouldn't get angry. What are you getting angry about? What are you getting angry about? Go. That's what I'm saying. Go into the thing of the anger. Why are you angry? If they told you that you weigh 800 pounds, do you get angry? Of course not. There's zero truth. But what if they tell you zero truth? That why did you go to Florida yesterday and you didn't tell me?
It wasn't just a case that some
So try to go a little bit. Right. Try to go a little bit deeper. Try to go a little bit deeper and see which part is what's bothering you. The part that's bothering you is what you're telling yourself. Okay, we can go to examples. If we work with this example.
The use of the word anger and hate is not.
Yeah. Anger and hate. I'm using anger and hate interchangeably. Tell me. Sinas chenem. Yeah, but when you hate someone, that resentment that you have, frustration, resentment, they're all forms. I'm using the word anger loosely. I mean hate.
It's really a step before hate.
Yeah, anger is a cover. Right. Yeah.
Once you get angry, then you look at your options, and if it keeps on going in the wrong direction,
right. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm using it interchangeable, but you're right. Anger is just covering what's really underneath, and what's really underneath is that you are feeling bad.
You're hurt.
You're hurt. Why are you hurt? Because you're feeling bad. You're feeling like you are bad. You are not good enough.
Feel like you're good, and she's articulating to you business as like this.
Right. And when she tells you that the business as I get, you believe her because deep down, you know that there's a little piece that may not be so perfect.
But that could be an audio that they don't sign.
What do you mean?
She could be making a mistake.
We'll talk about her in a minute. I'm not going. That's the next one. That's the next one. So I want to get this one first.
Bring up your own insecurity.
Your own insecurity. Your own insecurity. Are we getting it?
Yeah.
So no. I'm not in a rush. I'll try again.
If you get the child.
Yep.
Right, because we spilled the milk.
Right.
Then the next step is not hate.
1 minute, wait. Why are you hating the child when they spill the milk? Why?
I just washed the floor and he spilled the.
And what are you making that mean about yourself? When he spilled milk, what are you making that mean about yourself? Are you making it mean that you're not important enough? That your cooking is not important enough? That your cleanliness is not important enough? Are you making it mean something about you? Then you wouldn't get angry. If someone spills the milk on the next block in someone else's house, you wouldn't get angry. Right. So you're right. So you're angry that you have to clean it up. True. You're angry that you have to clean it up. Now, when you have to clean it up, what does that mean? What does that mean? If someone
respect all the work you did to clean up.
Exactly.
We're not talking about a little toddler here. We're talking about somebody older and somebody else.
Any example.
That child knew better. They weren't listening to what they were told to do, and they weren't being macho.
That's that child. That child was that child. I'm asking what you're making it mean about yourself.
Maybe that she's not a good enough mother.
That you're not a good enough mother.
That she wasn't mechanech him well.
That you weren't mechanech him well. You have some mom guilt there. If you're angry or you're upset or you have sinna, it's something that you are telling yourself. It's not something that the other person is doing. That person did something, but that's not why you're angry. You're angry because you're making it something about yourself.
Anytime someone is angry, it has only, it's a selfish reaction.
100%. 100%. It's you'll understand a little more as we go on, but that's the first step. I'm going in order. I'm going first. Step number one, what was the story that triggered you? Step number two, what are you making it mean about you? Making it mean about yourself is, what are you telling yourself? What's the story that you're telling yourself? Okay. So did we get? Chinuch is that when you're a good mother, you would be mechanech your children to care more, and your children would be perfect. And if your children are imperfect, that means that you're imperfect. Hey, that means I'm imperfect. That's painful. I don't want to feel that.
It might also be I'm not good enough to have a child that doesn't care about my whatever, my floor, my cleanliness, my hard work that I just mopped and cleaned, etc.
Okay. So let's go to box number 3. We can go over it again, but I just want to I want to go in order here and see if we can come out with something. Box number 3 is, okay, so in box number 2, we separated the story from the meaning. There's a story that happened. There's a meaning that we made. In box number 3, I want to talk about the other person. That's what you're all asking about. So for example, I'm going with my example. My wife told me that I don't care about her. My wife told me that I made a mess and I didn't care about her, right? I don't care about what's important to her. Now, when she's telling me that, why is she telling that to me? Because she wants to tell me I'm bad? No. Because she wants to tell me that I'm no good? Is that what she wants? Absolutely not. What does she really want? She wants me to care about her. She's saying you're stupid. She's saying you don't care. That's what she's saying. But what does she really mean?
She wants you to be sensitive to her.
She's looking for sensitivity. She's looking for care. You're right, she's saying it this way. I am making it mean that she's talking down at me. I'm making it mean that she's talking down at me. She's not talking down at me. I am so important. She wants more of me. She is making me important.
Does she want more of you?
She wants more. She wants more respect from me.
To respect her more.
She wants more.
Consistently.
More consistent. She wants more connection. She wants more from me.
What do we have to do about number 3?
Well, wait, I'll tell you in a minute. 1 minute. Well, hold. I want you to cop what's going on. Right? Again, she is talking down at me. True. But when she's talking down at me, she doesn't mean to tell me my story, the story that I made out of it. She is meaning to tell me she wants connection. She wants importance. She wants to be connected to me because I am important. In box number, however you're angry, in box number 3, the story, look at the other side. Okay, the kid spilled the milk. The kid is a kid. The kid didn't mean that you're not important. And the kid didn't mean that you're not good enough and that you're not a good mother. The kid's a kid. It's a kid. When someone's being chutzpahdik, it depends what the chutzpah is. If the chutzpah is that they want more from you, you're hearing that you're not good enough. You're making it mean that there's something wrong with you. But that's not what they're saying. What they really mean, if you think about the commitment behind their words, if you look inside in their heart, under the pain that they're talking from, they want more connection from you.
They want to be noticed.
They want to be noticed. They want to be noticed. In box number 3, I want you to write for your example what the other person's commitment is. The one that's getting you angry. What do they really want? What do they really want? That's what we want to write in box number 3. What do they want?
Not gonna look good, not mine.
Used to say, children would rather be Raised and punished, but they'd rather be punished than ignored.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. So again, let's do it again. We have a story. We have the meaning that we're making, and we make a meaning because we believe something, and what's happening is cahooting with what we believe about ourselves, and it's very painful. That's the meaning that we make from the story. On the other end of the story, there's someone else that's saying something. We are making it a criticism about ourselves. The Reval, they're not trying to say a criticism, they're trying to make a bid for connection. Okay?
What's it a bit for connection? You're
If
talking about.
I'm talking about my example, when my wife says, you don't care about me, you don't care about what's important to me, you left a mess, you don't care, you care so much, you don't care about me. Does she mean to tell me that I'm a no good Nick?
What about something
Or-
not related?
Okay.
Not related. Tell
So
me
if you
something
give me
you
another
don't really
example.
hear.
Right.
You think they care about whether you
So why are they saying? So why are they saying it? Why are they saying it?
saying it? Could be because they're right. They're saying it because they could want to cause you aggravation.
What do they want? They don't want to cause you
They want to
aggravation.
share you.
They want. I don't know if they want to share you.
They want to share you. Could be-
Why do they want to? I know, but why do they want to share you? What do they really want? They
Well,
really
they're
want to share you?
vicious. They're vicious.
So, but why do you even want someone else?
You don't really know what's going on in their head. You don't really know what's going on by them.
Therefore, it's even more of a question. Why are they saying that about?
You can ask them what they want. What is their need? Yes, please.
That's supposed to, across the board, always mean the same thing.
Well, they,
Instances like, for example, let's say someone owes me money.
right,
Money.
right.
That's-
1 minute, wait. Okay, stop. You hate someone because they owe you money. Very good example. What?
Work for them.
I get it. Very good. Right. Now, what are you making that mean about yourself? About yourself? No. Exactly. You're right. You're making it mean that you're not important enough and that you're not strong enough and that you're weak and that you can't get what's coming to you and there's something wrong with you and you're flawed. That's what you're making it mean about you. When they are not giving you the money, they can have a million reasons why they're not giving you. They're not giving you the money because they don't have it or they don't want to or they think they can get away with it or whatever else. They don't mean to tell you that you don't deserve your money. And they don't mean to tell you that you're weak. And they don't mean to tell you that you shouldn't have done it. And they don't mean all that. And they don't mean to tell you that you're bad or flawed or anything like that. That's not what they mean. They mean, I want to keep my money. Come run after me. And no. What's making you angry is the story that you're creating. You're creating a story. You're creating a story that you left yourself be duped. You're creating a story that you let yourself, you're shmoiga, you're weak, you're whatever. That's the story. That's the story you're making. That's not the story that they have. There's two stories. There's one story that we make about ourselves, and that's painful. That's the painful one. That's the painful, and that's why we get hate and angry. But that's not necessarily their story. Their story is I can get away with it. Their story is come back next tomorrow. Their story is that not that you're weak. The anger that you have and the hate that you have is about the story that you make about yourself. Did I get you? Okay. Little is also good. Every case is different. That's true.
Depends if they're what they call ghosting. Ghosting you, you never know.
If they're ghosting you, if they're ghosting you, what are you making that mean? Right.
Asking them for the money.
Right.
Just
Exactly.
knowing.
Right. What do you make that mean about yourself? When they ghost you, what are you making that mean about yourself?
You should never give them.
Job.
Right. That you're stupid. You're making it mean, I'm stupid. That's what you're making it mean.
It was a bad.
Locked out. You sucked out, or you weren't careful enough, or maybe you should have done background check. Maybe. I understand. I get it. But I'm talking about the story that the hate that you have is the anger, and the hate that you have is the story that you're making it about yourself.
Now I'm no longer supposed to hate them.
No, wait. Hold on. We're only halfway. I'm just, first what I'm doing is I'm separating it. I want to try to separate. I'm trying to separate. Something happened. There's a story. They didn't pay you. They're ghosting you. That's the story. What I'm separating is there's the hate and the anger part. That's yours. That's what you're doing to yourself. And then there's what they are doing. They can have a whole different story. Ask them what their story is. They have a different story. They're on vacation. They're in a different time zone. They forgot about it. They don't want to know about it. They think they can get away with it. They push you off. Yeah. Cash flow. They can have a lot of stories on their side. It doesn't mean anything about you. The anger and the hate is the story that you're making about yourself, that they are reflecting, that they are showing, that they are highlighting to you. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yes. I'm thinking about what you're saying. And the person essentially is resenting the other person who they lent money to emotional and they had to pay it back.
Okay.
So before I get to anger, hate, or whatever we want to call it, I resent you because you're stringing me along, you're making masses, you're not picking up the phone.
Right.
So I'm not feeling like I did something wrong other than maybe I shouldn't have, in retrospect, I shouldn't have given you money.
That's what you're resentful about.
That's it.
That's what you're resentful about. You are resentful about, why did I not make enough checks? Why did I fall in with that? Why did I do that? Now they are ghosting you, it's true, but you're not resenting them. I'm trying to separate that.
Who are you
I'm trying to-
resenting?
You're resenting yourself.
Why can't it be an equal balance?
I'll-
I'm upset with myself, but I'm also resenting them.
I'll tell you why. I'm talking about it.
That you knew
Right.
personally that
Yeah.
I would be-
Yeah.
Business.
In business. Yeah, sometimes. Not a stranger. Right. 100%. What I'm trying to tell you is that the resentment is not on. What if I would tell you that the other guy died? He's ghosted you because he died. Would you be resentful? Why? It's the same story. It doesn't matter how much. He died.
I gave you $100,000.
He died.
He died. I still resent the fact that he
You'll be happy.
No, I wouldn't be happy. I would still resent.
I understand. I get it. But I'm saying there was we're talking about the resentment of him stringing along. The resentment of him ghosting is only because you don't know what's going on the other side of the dial. You don't know what's happening there, so you're resenting. But you're not really resenting him because you don't really know what his story is. Yeah, what if he's got sick?
Material.
Nope.
The story is, it's immaterial.
Up.
He took 100,000, moving to
$100,000. Right? Yeah.
And he's promised he's gonna pay you.
Yep. And then he got sick.
And moving just
Disappeared. He's in the hospital. Now, Shimon is very upset. He gave $100,000 and even is ghosting, and he's very upset. And he has the right to be upset. But he can't be upset at Even. Even is in the hospital. He's on machines. Now, you know who he's really resentful at? Himself. If you really think and you really let yourself and you really allow yourself to feel in, you will see that the real resentment is on yourself. They are just reflecting the resentment that you have on yourself.
So I see this as shitfist. Yes, I can resent it because now the chances of my getting the money back are getting less slim to none. On the other hand.
So who are you angry about? Who are you angry at?
I'm angry at him or his family or whatever else.
How could you be angry at him? He's on machines. He's on life support. When he gets out in 6 months.
He's on life support. Let's talk about he's not on life support. He's perfectly fine.
But you don't know what his story. You don't know what his story is.
See my money.
You don't know what his story is. I know, but you don't know what his story is. You don't know why he's not giving it back. You don't know what his story is. You don't know what his story is.
He doesn't have a lifestyle that he has to go away.
You don't know what his story is.
My problem, no, it's my problem. And it's I'm up here. If not, you're done.
I don't care.
It's a kid that destroys people. You know.
When the guy,
Let's talk about the whole case, not
the
extreme.
guy did not pay back,
There's some. There are.
and I'm a poor happens on the guy.
It's.
What is the satisfaction of getting that he's getting it up?
It doesn't really answer your resentment. You're right that you're watching the mapula, but it doesn't really answer your resentment. We'll get to that in a minute. We're gonna get to this. Okay, I want to get to number 4. I want to get to number 4. Number 4 is the punchline. Okay, we can talk about these examples more, and we can discuss it more. I'm not.
Trying to understand.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Every example is a little different. That's why I came with my own examples that, it can be very generic and we can understand what it is. I have a story that she's talking down at me, telling me why I don't care about her. Daval, what I'm making it mean is that I'm not caring enough. True. And she's cahooting with that, and it's very painful for me to feel that. So I have resentment. Her story is that she wants connection and she wants me to be caring. She just wants me to be
And
caring.
you live out there?
Hold on.
Okay.
Now let's get to number 4. So number 4 is like this. What do we do? What do we retort? What do we retort? What do we retort? When my wife tells me, you don't care about me, you don't care about what's important to me, you leave a mess. Right. How do you respond? We respond, you didn't notice I did this, you didn't notice I did that, you didn't notice I did that, and you didn't do this and you didn't do that, right? Now let's take that apart. You getting the retort? This is important for the ladies. Right. So what I'm saying.
They don't miss a beat, don't worry.
Yeah. That I did this and I did this and I did this and I did this and you didn't notice. And you don't do this and you don't do this and you don't do this. Right. When we do that, it goes off the rails and the lands with nothing. Why is it nothing? I want to explain why it's nothing. Because we are really angry about what we know that we're not. We're really upset and we're really not okay that we don't care enough. When we start talking about all the things we do care about, it doesn't answer the resentment. When I say everything I did, it doesn't answer
What you did.
what I didn't do. So I am left with the big hole in my heart that she told me that I don't care about her and I don't care about what's important to her. Even though I'm going to say 30 examples of what I did, it's not going to answer my hole. So I'm left with my hole. On the other hand, when I tell her, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this, what am I giving her? I'm giving her gasoline on her fire. She wants connection. She wants me to care about her, and I'm telling her that she doesn't care. And I'm telling her that she attacked me. That's not what she wanted. She didn't want to attack me. She wanted more connection, and I'm making it sound like, and I'm turning it into an attack, that she attacked me. So when I do that, I'm gaslighting on both sides, and I'm doing the exact opposite of what I'm looking for. How's that?
So next like before.
So it's true.
So what do we write in number 4?
Wait, hold on.
Get to them.
We're gonna get to number 4.
When you are saying the things that you did do.
When I say what I did do,
What you did, then aren't you?
I'm trying to assuage my guilt. I'm trying to say that I'm good, but I'm not believing myself. I know, but I'm not believing myself because I didn't really care when she needed me to care. She needed me to care about something important to her and I didn't. And I'm not caring enough. Even though I cared in 30 other cases, but I didn't care here. And that poke that she gave that caused the resentment stays.
What causes the resentment that is so not true? Because you're taking one case now, and you're saying from other 30 cases that proves the opposite.
Right.
Why do you focus on that one thing?
Right. True.
It's a resentment.
True. When you're doing that, yeah, I get it. When you're doing that, what you're trying to do is you're trying to shift and say, look, I do this, and that.
It's true.
It's true. And it's true that you do this, and that. All 30 things, it's true. But over here, you didn't.
Injustice. Not about you have. About the injustice.
Yeah. So sometimes you're even upset about just the injustice of her telling you something, right? What are you really upset about when she tells you something that's you don't even feel she has the right to tell you, right? So you're even upset about that, right? But what are you really upset about? You have to go in and think about what the resentment really is. When she tells you that one thing that you didn't do, what are you angry about?
Then you do that one thing.
Why are you focusing on this one thing? Would be so.
Why are you focusing? That's one.
You're angry about.
Focusing.
You're angry while you're focusing on that one thing. That's what you're angry about.
They don't appreciate all them.
Right. I get it. And when she is focusing on that one thing and she's telling you that one thing that you didn't do, why? What is real?
I don't mean It just makes sense. Very close. Looking at this one.
Okay, I get it. Now, what does she really want when she's telling you that? Does she want to just tell you that you're bad? Is that all she wants? She just wants to poke and try to find where she can tell you you're bad? Is that really what she wants?
That's your character.
Hard to believe. Very hard to believe, a Yiddish kid. That's all she wants is just to see where she can poke. Why is she finding fault? She's finding fault because she wants more. Because she wants more connection. She wants more. So she's looking for how she can get more. She knows that you did this, this, and that. You don't have to tell her. Ask the ladies. They know everything. They know everything you did for her. That's not what they're talking about. She wants a little bit more, and that little more you're not giving her.
Connection. Maybe she simply wants to make sure that you understand that that does bother her. And next time, try to avoid doing it again. That's all.
Very good.
But why is it bringing us say that she wants more connection? Maybe they have a.
Well, I don't mean connection. No, you're right. I don't mean connection. I mean this thing that she wants. She wants something. She has a need. I'm talking about my upset.
Not do it again.
Exactly. What I want to suggest over here, what I want to suggest the number 4 is exactly what you're all coming to now. Number 4, yeah, we're finishing up. Number 4 is, how would you have answered before this year? How would you have answered? Would you have just said, I did this, and why do you always look at that? That's what you would have answered? What do you think we can answer now after we heard this? What can we answer now? Yeah. What do you think we can answer now after we heard this? When she says, in my example, you don't care enough about me. You just left things a mess. You don't care about me. What can I say now? You're right. Yes. What can we say?
Sorry.
You can understand what she really wants and give her what she really wants. What does she really want? She wants you to say, yes, you're right. I will try.
There's no fun in that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no fun in that. That's true. But that's the truth. And that's what I want to answer. Yeah.
Final word.
Yeah. And that's what I want to answer. That ahavas chinam, sin is chinam. All sin is chinam. All sin is chinam. Because you really think that you're hating somebody else? You're hating yourself. When you're pointing sin at someone else, it's always chinam. Sin is chinam.
So you're saying that the sinner of yourself can be a cause of the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, even if it has
Absolutely not.
Anybody else.
No, I'm saying sin is chinam is people thought they were angry at him. People thought they were angry at that, and they were going into and they were sichtich. If they would only realize that who they're angry is at themselves and the other person, and think and listen and try to understand what the other person wants, and just say, "Yeah, I didn't do that. You're right. I will try."
So you're saying that's how to avoid sin.
That's how to undo and to make, instead of sinas chinam, ahavas chinam, to give what the person really wants instead of hating, to turn sinas chinam into ahavas chinam. It's about understanding. It's about understanding in the moment when you get a criticism or when you get something that makes you angry, to understand you're making a story, they have a story. What do they really want? Maybe I can give them what they really want. And maybe they don't mean that I'm bad. Maybe they don't mean that I'm bad. Maybe they mean something else, and maybe I can give them what they're looking for.
That's the bottom.
There's a way how to be mavata. If you're just mavata by pushing it away, you also didn't solve it.
Yeah.
Solving it means being able to learn to listen what they really want, and to learn to not have to empty yourself with all the 30 things you did, but to realize that this is an opportunity that we can turn from sinas chinam into ahavas chinam.
This is the meaning of kol hapoy sales the Lord person. This is
We're not, no, not even that far.
And then you're mavater and you get over it, you take the word chizm and turn it around to nachman.
No, okay, there you go.
Apply from one year to another year. In my example, I'm referring to, let's say, the business.
Yeah, it can.
God.
No, it could be with the goy also. It could be the goy also. 100%.
Owes you $100,000, and then you're saying, okay, so it's, I was the fool, I was this, I was that, but how do you resolve it? So now I'm supposed to say, okay, we're going to didn't want me to have that money.
Well,
Supposed to apostle it, or
that's Oh, no, you can definitely take him to court, 100%. You have to do what you have to do. I'm talking about instead of having a sinner at him, to want to find out what his story is, to be more interested in what his story is, and to realize that the sinner is not at him.
Very enlightening.
Okay. Very good. Shkoyach.